Hello, and welcome to the Animal Intuitive Show. This is Angelo Webb, the Animal Intuitive. And tonight I have a very special guest. Her name is Piper, and she's here with her foster mom, Lori, and we're going to be getting to that in just a moment. And then after that, if there's anybody out there who would like to have me communicate with your pet, please do just put your name in chat and let me know that you'd like to come on the show. Thank you so much for being here. All you doggies, won't you walk with me? I'm the puppet dog. Hi there, Piper. There she is.
There she is. Foster mom is really bad with the camera.
That is no worries. This show is it kind of has a history of issues, so don't worry about it. Lots of tech issues here. It kind of wouldn't be this show if there weren't for tech issues. So it's no worries at all. So I just want to welcome you here, Lori, and anybody that's in the chat. And so maybe, Lori, you could just tell us a little bit about Piper. Just tell us about what she's like, and we'll go from there.
So Piper is wonderful. She is probably the nicest foster that I've ever had. From day one, she's just been an absolute angel. She is 100% housebroken. From the day that she walked in here, never had an accident. You can leave alone the entire day, go to work, come back home, and she will leave your house exactly the way that you left it. She does have one really charming little quirk. When you're away for a little while, if she starts to miss you, she'll go and get one of your shoes or slippers or any footwear, and she'll take it onto her bed. She won't harm it. You won't even you'll see nothing on the shoe. She just very gently picks it up and brings it to her bed, and she'll lay down in her bed with your shoe and take a nap. It's hysterical.
Oh, just her little comfort. That is so sweet.
Yeah, so cute. But the one thing is that she does not seem to like other dogs at all. And that's a big problem for us because we've always been a multi-dog household. And it's the reason that we ourselves are not adopting her, because everything else about her is so wonderful. We're already in love with her. We're going to be so sorry to see her go.
Yeah, I can see why. Oh, well, thank you so much. And first of all, just to mention, Piper is she's being fostered through an organization called the German Shepherd Rescue of New Jersey. They're wonderful. They're actually who I got my dog, who we got our dog Kane from, and they're just amazing. They pulled him out of a situation where, potentially the family was trying to euthanize him for something that it needed surgery at the point when they finally got him out of the situation. It didn't need it at first, probably. And then they went and got him surgery, and we're just so grateful for the German Shepherd Rescue of New Jersey. So just to give them some credit. So now, is she, you know what, I failed to ask, and I don't know if you know this. If somebody were to see Piper and liked her and were interested in her, do they have to be in New Jersey to adopt her?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't believe so. As a matter of fact, I know that they don't have to be, because our first rescue, or our first foster, was sent up to Connecticut, and she was great. Like, we had such a good time with her, and I introduced her to my horses, and she was great around the horses, and she really loved being on the farm. She went to a woman who works at a really, really top flight dressage facility.
Oh, okay.
So now she is a barn dog. She comes to work with Bobby every day, and everybody at the barn absolutely adores her, and she goes down to Florida in the winter with them when the stable travels, and she's
awesome.
She's a fantastic horse dog. So that was
That's
really
great.
good. And My own adopted dog from the GSR, Chloe, had never met a horse before I adopted her, and I took her down to the stable, and somehow or another, she knew exactly how to be the perfect trail companion for a horse, and
That's
she just
amazing.
took to it like she was born to it. Piper, not so much. Piper does not like horses. She's very intimidated by them.
Okay.
She tends to snip at their noses, and they don't really care for that.
Oh, okay.
So she doesn't
Okay.
go to the stable.
So she is okay. So let's how old is Piper?
Piper is 4.5.
Okay. Is she still in the room? Is she near you? Maybe we could,
She's
if you're
right
able. There
here.
she is. Oh my goodness. Here, let me.
She's the best girl. Thank you so much. I love the kisses. Thank you.
She is
Oh, that's so
beautiful.
cute.
So it's she's there. We can see her pretty good. She's kind of a she's sort of a got a brindle to her, like a or is she
She
what color
does.
is she?
She used to live in Alabama, and I think they may have shaved her coat because her guard hairs are missing. And that's what gives her the brindle look, but she
Oh,
really does have a saddle.
okay. I'm gonna put a little picture. I'll take this picture and this way people can see her a little bit more up here. This is what she, if you want to see all of her, if you can't, I'll put her picture there. What does she weigh?
So she weighs 73 pounds.
Okay.
She's not super huge German Shepherd. We usually get them in the 100 to 120 range. So
Wow.
she's up on the sofa right now because I invited her to be there. But she generally stays off the furniture unless she's invited up.
She's a good girl. Wow.
She's a great girl. So you
Um,
can see a little bit of the saddle there.
yeah, I see that. She's got a pretty thick fur, pretty thick coat. So now German Shepherds, maybe you could talk a little bit about German Shepherds, about the care. They need a little bit more brushing, things like that,
Yeah, so we generally brush our dogs on the daily. Um, a, a lot of people think that they don't have time for that, and trust me, we are the busiest people on the planet. We start our day at 5:30 in the morning and we go until 11 o'clock at night. But we grab a brush and we go outside in the morning with our coffee, and we'll sit with the dogs and brush them and have coffee and just
nice.
spend a half an hour together talking and being with the dogs. And it just becomes a really nice morning routine for everybody. It's a nice bonding time for us.
Oh,
So,
she's a
and
sweetie.
maybe 5 minutes out of that is brushing because, when you do it every day, you don't need to do it for an hour.
Right. Yeah, just keep it up.
Yeah.
And then what do
But
you find? I mean, she seems really well behaved. Like she came well behaved, but do you find
yeah.
that sometimes German Shepherds need a little bit more of a stronger presence from the human? Does she need anything like that? Um,
So
sometimes they
all
say they're
German,
not a first dog for some people, but go
yeah,
ahead.
all German Shepherds absolutely have to be with their people. They get very, very depressed when they're
Yes.
not, and you see a lot of behavioral issues. Um, she is well behaved. She's very chill. This is pretty much what you can expect from her unless it's playtime. And, she's very silly. She loves toys. And if you don't play with her, she'll throw her toys and chase them herself. But she would really prefer that you throw the toys. But she doesn't want to do it for more than 5 or 10 minutes. She's actually pretty lazy for a German Shepherd. So. But she
Okay.
has commands. She's got sit, she's got lay down, she'll give a paw, she'll stay for the
Okay.
most part. You know,
Okay.
you have to, as with anything, you have to set the boundaries at the outset, and she'll obey them once she understands what they are.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, and how much walking do they say she needs a backyard?
I
Anything like
mean,
that?
we have a fenced backyard, and she loves being outside. She'll spend the entire day outside if I let her. She'll just lay down next to the pond and she watches
Nice.
all of the things. She'll chase the bees and the flies and the birds. But mostly she just loves to lay next to the pond and take her naps.
Oh,
She's really
she's
cute.
sweet. So she's a very easy kind of German Shepherd, like not.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and does she do much with like barking? Is she the kind of dog that's gonna do a lot of barking or?
So when we first got her, she barked incessantly, and I did do a lot of work with the barking. So you can see now, there have been things going on outside, and she doesn't pay attention to them anymore.
Oh,
She will bark if she sees another dog. I have a glass door, and that doesn't help. So if you don't have a glass door, you can expect that she's really not going to do a lot of barking for you.
okay.
So she'll bark if somebody comes to the door. She'll bark if she sees another dog, but the barking is no more than you would expect out of any other dog.
Okay. All right. Anything else about her that's just important to know that people should, if they're thinking about her?
So she has been around children. She is fantastic with children. She's fantastic with other people. People are her favorite thing. You my friends, even if I'm not home, can walk through my front door and she's going to run up and greet them like they're her best friend, show them to the cookie
Wow.
jar, you know.
Oh my
She
gosh. It's so
and
funny.
children, she's very, very gentle with. If you give her food, you barely know that she's taken it. She's so
Oh
gentle.
my gosh.
Uh, she's not at all food aggressive. I think that if I had to choose a single adjective to describe her, it would be joyful.
Wow.
This is the most joyful dog I have ever encountered in my
Oh
life.
my gosh.
She just radiates joy.
She's like the perfect dog. She really
She is
sounds
a perfect
perfect.
dog. I just, if she liked other dogs, I would keep her. I don't
I
know why she
know.
doesn't.
I was saying to my husband, Kane needs a girlfriend. We need a. And I was like, oh, we can't anyway. She doesn't want to be
That's
with Kane. Um,
what it
and we have another dog too, so that's like way too many probably for her. But and that
is.
was something you were curious about, like why is she like that? Because you're not sure, right?
I don't know. I don't know why.
Okay.
We don't know any of her history. Oh, there's a fly.
Exciting. Well, let me see what I get on that from Miss Piper. Those are those German Shepherd sounds that we love.
Yeah.
They're the best. That bear
The
head.
neighbor home.
Okay. I feel fear. It does not feel aggressive as far as like coming from her. It feels like she's afraid. So whatever behavior she's displaying is coming from fear. Um, I'm gonna ask her if she wants to talk about where that came from. Yeah, I do get smallest of pack. Like there's this definite feeling that she's been the smallest in a situation and she feels. I'm not sure if this is coming from her puppy pack or if this is from um, another pack that she's been in, another like multiple dog situation, but it definitely just feels to me like she's felt like the smallest and has felt. The word is harassed, actually, that I feel I'm getting. Like if you translate it into human.
That makes a lot of sense. The woman that surrendered her she was this woman's sister's dog, and the sister died.
Oh.
So the woman brought her back to New Jersey, and she had two other dogs. She had a male that Piper seemed to be okay with, and then she had a female shepherd, and Piper ended up putting her in the hospital.
Oh.
But
Oh,
they
Piper.
did not get along, and my understanding was that this woman kept them together for 3 years, so it may just have been that the other dog was
Oh, jeez.
bullying her to the point where Piper just snapped and said enough.
Goodness, wow, that's a long time to be dealing with that kind of a
Yeah,
situation.
it's like high school.
Yeah. She had enough.
Yeah.
Wow, that's sad too that she had that happen with her person, that her person died.
But she bonds very tightly to people, so
Yeah.
I'm sure it's very distressing for her to lose her special person.
Yeah, and that's what, also it's important that if people are thinking about adopting, that they're really serious, that they're looking at their situation and making sure that they um, have just the right situation for that particular animal. Because not all animals are for all homes. There's just different temperaments and sizes and shedding and feeding and expenses and all those things. So we don't want Piper to have to go through another loss like that again, because it's hard too. She's probably, she's bonded to you. So how long has she been with you?
She's been with us for 6 months now,
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm really astonished that no one has been interested in
Yeah.
her because she is such an absolute love. Oh, and that's the other thing about German Shepherds. Many, many German Shepherds tend to pick one person within a family, and that is the person they bond with. And the other people they'll tolerate, but it's not their person. Piper does not have that issue.
Mm-hmm.
She absolutely loves everybody in the family unit. She wants to play with everybody in the family unit. She likes my boyfriend more than she likes playing with me. He's
Mm-hmm.
better at it, I have to
Uh-huh.
say. He gives all the sound effects and whatnot. He gets her going. She
Yeah.
really enjoys
My dog
the
likes playing with my
family.
husband more too, my German Shepherd. Yeah. Oh.
But yeah,
Um,
she's great.
so yeah, so the only thing, and what about I know you said she really likes the backyard, but do they say that she can be adopted out if somebody is in a big enough apartment with, you know, ability to walk her frequently? Is that even a consideration? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
she would be fine with that because, like I said, she is on the lazy side. She's gonna take a nap now. She is a bit on the lazy side. She would be fine with walks, and she is leash trained,
Okay.
so she does require a walker that knows how to refocus her because she gets a little silly sometimes. She wants to go off exploring, and you have to kind of remind her, hey, stay at my heel. But
Okay. Hmm.
she walks on the leash with no problem. I wouldn't let a child walk her, but she can be walked.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Um, well, I wonder, do you think there's any way we could get her? I mean, we can see her face in this picture pretty well, but do you think there's any way, like, will she let you take the phone and put it up at her face? My German Shepherd doesn't like that, actually, so I don't want to. Hi, there she is.
Who's that prettiest girl?
Oh,
Pretty
there
little
she.
bit can fly. You silly thing. There she is. There she is, our girl. This is
She's a
sweet.
happy girl. Yeah. Is there anything else that we didn't talk about with Piper that you think would be important, that we should know, or
No, she's really pretty much a Mary Poppins dog, you know, practically perfect in every way.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, if and let me just remind the chat, if anyone wants to have me talk with their animal after Piper, please just mention it in the chat and we will do that. I'll put a link in there for you to come on with your dog, and you don't, or the cat or whatever, horse. You don't have to be on yourself if you don't want to be, but um so, and I forgot to say, this is the forgot to tell people this is the Animal Intuitive Show. I am a professional animal communicator, and this is Furry Fursdays. And, I'm here to talk with people's pet at no cost on Furry Fursdays. And also, I've added this component. This is our first adoption Furry Fursdays. So, just kind of putting this out there. If you are associated with an adoption, uh, with a why can't I find the word, with a
Rescue.
thank you, rescue. With a rescue, and you would like to have one of the animals there come on, or a few of them come on, anything like that, please let me know. I can certainly accommodate. And please, if you like this show, please give it a like, thumbs up, and subscribe to be getting notifications about Furry Fursdays, to remind you. And also, I do interviews and other educational videos about animal communication, acupressure, massage, energy work, things like that for animals. So I just feel like she's just such a sweetheart. She just wants a home that's going to be definitely permanent. We definitely want to help this little girl find a home. So make sure to share this if you can. If you're out there and you're just an animal person, a lot of people, share this in social media. Let people know that Piper's looking for a home. I do have a picture up on Instagram that does link also to, or you can just go to GSRNJ on Instagram as well. And I'm on Instagram at and Angelo Webb, the Animal Intuitive, or Ann Webb, the Animal Intuitive. And they are on Facebook too. I think they're under GSRNJ, right, on Facebook? Or do you happen to know? I'm not sure. I don't put you in a spot. I can put it in the description anyway, the link, if people want to go there. But I know they are on Facebook for sure. So, and we can just connect you, or reach out to me and I can get you in touch with them. So, yeah, absolutely. There she is, pretty girl. She is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Oh, and thank you so much for everything you do and for just taking such good care of her. Because I know for me, I'm so grateful for the foster family that had Kane from, I think it was the very beginning of September until December, like mid-December when we got him. And they, really took care of him after his surgery. And I'm so grateful that somebody was there before us, that the fosters are just, you all are the best. So thank you for everything you do.
Deserve it. They're so great.
Yeah, how did you get associated with German Shepherd Rescue, by the way?
I adopted through them, and we had a German Shepherd named Bear that we had purchased. I bought him for my boyfriend's birthday, and Bear was amazing. He was just an incredible dog. The German Shepherd Rescue wants you to work with a trainer for the first month that you have your new friend with you.
That's right, yes.
Just to make sure that everything goes well.
Yeah.
And they asked me when I was looking at Chloe, did I have any problem with that? I said, we're probably not going to need that. We're pretty experienced owners. And they said, well, it's kind of our requirement. I said, well, that's fine. If it's your requirement, then I'll do it. But, come and meet Bear. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Yes, I love you too.
Oh my gosh, she's great.
And they came and they did our home inspection, and they met Bear, and they were like, yeah, you don't need a trainer. And they said, would you be interested in fostering? And we said, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
We'll foster anybody.
Oh.
So that's how we're doing it.
And how many fosters have you had before Piper?
Piper is either our third or our fourth. I've kind of lost track of them.
Got
I
it.
think
Okay.
she's our third. I'm pretty sure she's our third.
I just want to see if she understands what we're talking about because I don't want to leave her anxious or anything because we're talking about other homes. Has she had anybody meet her already? Like, has that been,
No,
that hasn't even happened? Okay. Just want to make
no.
sure she understands that your
Um,
home is temporary. Do you tell her that? Like, do you talk to her about that?
I do. I tell her all the time, why doesn't anybody want to meet you? 'Cause you're so wonderful.
Okay, so
Oh,
she,
can I tell you
yeah,
that?
and she gets it. Yeah, I mean, she's picking up on what you're saying. She understands that it is
Yeah.
temporary. She understands too that she actually says, "I wish I could get over it." The issue with other dogs.
Mm.
She would love to stay with you, but she knows that
Oh,
she's got this issue.
we would love for her to stay. Should we work on that? Yes.
How do you work
We'll
it
work
out
on
right now? Do you just kind of
Thursday.
keep them separate, or do you just
I'm sorry, I missed that.
um? Oh wait, you have a dog there right now? Did you say? I'm sorry, I'm getting lost because I thought you said you had one there too, or no?
No, I asked her if we should work on that issue.
But you currently have a dog there, but do you just is that right? Like
No,
another
it's
dog?
just her. And no,
Oh,
it's
okay,
just her. Bear
okay.
passed away and
Oh,
Chloe passed
I'm so
away
sorry.
3 months after him. Yeah, it was
Oh my
brutal.
gosh, that's a lot.
Really rough year.
Ugh. Okay, so you want to make sure that if you adopted a dog right now, that you could get another dog down the line.
Yeah, we're actually thinking about puppies. So
Ah, okay, okay.
we loved the puppy experience. It's wonderful to build them from the ground up.
Uh-huh. And a German Shepherd puppy is one of the cutest things that's ever lived on the face of the earth. Oh my gosh.
They really are. They really
Um,
are.
I do get the sense that it would be easier for her to work with puppies, um, as far as her issue. But, of course it
Maybe
is a
more.
bit of a risk, to, unless you could
Yeah.
test it out safely somehow. Um,
Well, I happen to have a puppy available to me, so maybe we'll take a look and see if
oh,
that's a possibility for her. And you know, I mean, even if it's a dicey situation, just to get her to the point where she's comfortable around other dogs, I
hmm
think would be good for her and good for whoever adopts her.
yeah,
You know,
exactly,
just
right,
just to not feel like she's going to be a homicidal maniac would
right.
be a good thing.
Yeah, even if she's out with other dogs, like that don't live in her home on a walk or something, that people don't have to. Is that an issue? Like if you take her on a walk and she sees dogs outside the home, do you have to?
She she does react. But the really interesting part is that we took her to the groomer and we warned the groomer ahead of time she's very dog reactive. Please be very, very careful with her. Um and when I went to pick her up 2 hours later, the groomer was like, "Who told you that she was dog reactive?" Because I had two other dogs out in front of her and
Wow.
she ignored them. So it's I wonder if maybe she's just dog selective.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Did she mention what kind of dogs they were? If they were little
She did
or
she did not, but
because that would be interesting to know. If they're little, it could be going back to her fear. Um, it might be a matter of just like I'm not as concerned about the little ones. It's more the ones that
yeah.
are going to challenge me. And stuff like that, it can be worked on definitely. There's definitely we've had a great trainer for that. John McWilliams was on my show actually. He did stop working as a trainer unfortunately in the area, but it's an interesting episode if anyone wants to watch it. I'll try to remember to put it up there, maybe at the end or something as a card for you to click on. But, there's definitely things people can do to help with that kind of a thing. So I don't want that to scare people off, because I think you can work with that even if she ends up in a single dog home. I don't want to scare people off as far as like reactivity, because you can work on that as far as walks, and especially if you have a yard, maybe you're not going to be doing as much with. Although it is still nice, it's good to get them to exercise and walk them too. So
Yeah. Now that I know that it's a fear-based response, I can grab the puppy from down at the farm and try and start working with her on getting better with her socialization with other dogs. I mean,
mhm.
I definitely still never take her to a dog park, but then again, I wouldn't take any dog to a dog park because I just don't think that people understand the rules there,
Yeah, they
and
can
a
be
lot of
dicey. You have to be careful for sure. I think, yeah, it can be dicey, definitely. Dog parks. Um,
I
Look at
will
those
I
paws.
will start working on her socialization because if it's just fear, I can fix fear.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Aggression is a little harder because I'm not that strong, but I can fix fear.
Right. Right. And, also, if there's anything I can do to help with, there's things like essential oils and, just things like CBDs, things that just aid in the work that you do behaviorally. I'm happy to do that at no cost or anything like that. And,
Appreciate
behaviorists too, sometimes they come into play, but maybe she doesn't need that. Maybe, um, yeah, maybe she's being, someone, Barbara's saying, maybe she's being protective of the person she is with when she reacts to another dog. Um, I'm not sure if you're seeing that. It wasn't what I was getting as far as like my communication with her, but do you see that at all? That,
Oh, she's very protective of her people. Yeah,
okay, do you
she's
see it
super.
as far as like with other dogs too?
I've tried to keep her away from other dogs
Okay,
because,
see.
like I said, I don't want to have her have an incident.
Yeah, so you haven't
So,
seen. Okay.
I'm not the strongest person in the world. Um,
Oh, look at her. She's
so yeah, I've
gorgeous.
just tried to keep her in situations where she's comfortable.
Yeah.
But
She's really got that, like, just, I don't know, something really like that quintessential German Shepherd, like, that face. She's just beautiful.
she's fantastic. She's lost a lot of weight. When we got her, we called her Princess Pork Roll. She was 90 pounds. She was so fat.
My goodness.
So she's a slim, trim 73 pounds. I feel like she could probably lose another 5 and still be pretty healthy, but
Oh, wow.
we've got her at healthy weight now at 73 pounds.
Okay.
So,
So, yeah, she's really not a big, big girl. Not a big, not in the world of German Shepherds. She's not a big, big.
yeah, no, I would put her at a medium-sized German Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Okay.
not super tall.
Uh-huh.
She's not super intimidating. She doesn't bulldoze her way around.
Okay.
You know. If
Good to
anything,
know.
you end up tripping over her because she wants to stay so close to you.
Yes, the Velcro dog. Yeah.
Yeah, she is. She's very much a Velcro dog, but by the same token, when I go upstairs to go to work, she'll just come downstairs and take a nap, and she'll hang out all day by herself. And every once in a while, she'll come up and tell me I need to get up and stretch, or, maybe we should have a cookie or something like that. But, she doesn't need to be with you. She wants to be with you. And
Yeah.
that's an important distinction.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's not like an anxiety based
No,
issue.
no, she
She
is not
just, yeah.
anxious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, is there anything else that we didn't touch on that would be anything we missed that we need to let people know about her? And they can get more from the rescue, but
the
if anyone has
nails. She
questions.
will not let us clip her nails, will you? You won't let us.
Oh. Okay, so you have to take her to the groomer for that one.
Actually, the groomer couldn't even get her, so this weekend we're gonna try tramadol and see how that works out.
Oh dear. Okay. Yeah,
We
those
may not
nails.
get,
Sometimes just the
there are
walking can do
things that
that.
you can do. Yeah, like you can build a little sanding pad and teach her how to trim her own nails. If you walk them on concrete sidewalks,
Yeah.
that will make their nails reasonable. So,
Right.
you can get around that.
Yeah.
That's the tough one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually common.
Oh
A
yeah,
lot of dogs
definitely.
get their nails cut because people don't do it enough,
Yeah.
or they do it the wrong way and they hurt them, you know,
Yep.
which is probably what happened with this little girl.
Oh, baby. All right. Well, let me see if there's anything she wants to add about anything she wants with her new home. And just here, treat me good. Um, I get the feeling that she's, well, you mentioned that she was with a woman, she was taken in by the woman's sister.
Yeah.
You're female, although you have a boyfriend, but she does say, I'm more used to being around women, um, female energy. Um, However, I don't think that if like a single man, became interested in adopting her, that you couldn't work with her because she likes to play with men. So, um, I'm not getting that vibe. It's just make sure that she's, I get the feeling like gets a little bit accustomed to the person. So she's real comfortable if it ends up being a male who's alone and there's no woman.
Yeah.
Because that would be
Yeah.
different
She
for
just
her.
needs somebody kind.
Yeah.
And she
Um,
came out of a situation where people yelled at each other a lot, and that makes her very unhappy. She was very anxious when we got her.
okay.
Like you couldn't even laugh loudly. It would make her think that she'd done something wrong, and she would get very worried, and you could tell that she was scared
Right.
when she heard people raise their voices. But
Okay.
we're a very quiet home, so now she feels very secure, and she's very brave, actually. So now if I have a terrible laugh, no one ever taught me to laugh like a lady, so so I have a very loud laugh, and she'll just look up at me like, "Excuse me, I'm not here."
That's funny. There's nothing wrong with laughing loud. That's a good thing. Absolutely.
So, but yeah, she just wants somebody that's going to be kind.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm certainly grateful for you bringing her on here. And again, if anybody's interested in Piper, you can go straight to the German Shepherd Rescue. I am sorry I don't have I don't want to mess up their website because I'm not exactly sure what it is or if they even have an official one, but they are on Facebook, but you can always reach out to me directly.
They have an official website. It's
Okay.
gsrnj.org.
Okay. Okay, so it's the .org that we have to remind people of, and I'll have that in the description too. And, if you have any questions about her, reach out to them. And thank you. If anyone, I don't see anyone asking in chat for me to talk to their animals. So I'm going to probably be signing off then. We didn't get hit with a tornado. I thought we might because we were getting those alerts. So I'm glad that didn't happen. We were able to show off Piper. And I also just want to also mention how wonderful German Shepherd Rescue of New Jersey is. If for some reason Piper doesn't fit your home, they're a wonderful organization. You know, if you maybe like right now you have another dog and you want to bring a dog in sooner, you're looking for, I don't know, a male or something. They definitely have other dogs. They just saw a banner male, his name is, on their Instagram, I think it was, or on their Facebook. So they have other dogs too. They're fantastic. So definitely keep them in mind. And thank you, Lori, and thank you, Piper, and thank you everyone for being here tonight. And have a wonderful evening. And God bless.
Thank you so much for having us, Anne.
You're welcome. Thank you, Lori. Take care. Bye, Piper.
Bye-bye. Oh, pretty cute.